Now, the Michael Cohen scandal just got a little bit more complicated and troublesome for the guy who is known as Donald Trump's fixer. Well, looks like he can't fix this one. According to the New Yorker, Cohen's shell company had took in more than $4 million. Now, his company, and of course, is a shell company. That's the same company that he used to pay out money to Stormy Daniels and now actually a couple of other women who have also gotten paid off as part of Cohen's fixing for Donald Trump. Now, this company, as I said before, he claims, no, what it was is that I took in money for consulting. Really? Well, we'll get into the details on that. But first, that $4 million, most of it happens to be from foreign sources. So that's the news story today. Now, we've learned this, what we've learned apparently comes from something called the Suspicious Activity Report, filed by a bank with the Treasury Department. So these disclosures, this is a bank saying, look, we're seeing all these weird transactions going between this, these people and this specific company, which only seems to exist on paper. That's weird. What's going on here? That's suspicious. Now, the report detailed $1 million in deposits in the company that Cohen told the bank was for real estate consulting. However, bank officers reported that the deposits came from entities with no apparent connection to real estate or apparent need to engage Cohen as a real estate consultant. And by the way, Cohen isn't a real estate guy. He's a personal injury lawyer. Maybe that's his side gig. I don't know. Certainly that's what Hannity claims he's into. That's what Hannity is like. No, you don't understand. Cohen, I consulted him for real estate. I'm a real estate guy. Well, it turns out, we find out later that Hannity's a bit of a terrible landlord. But anyway, now, what's funny is that if this money is not for consulting, then what is it for? Well, that is curious. That is a little suspicious. Now, the official also told the New Yorker that two other suspicious activity reports, not previously reported on, showed another $3 million in deposits to Cohen's company. All three reports were sent by the bank to the Treasury Department's Criminal Bureau. Now, the official said he was motivated to share the first report because the first two other ones are not in the database of the Treasury Department's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Now, he noticed that and he's like, wait a minute. Those two reports, those are not there. That is really weird. I wonder if they're trying to cover it up. In fact, the official said, I decided to link this because I thought that the government might try to cover this up. Holy shit. If you have the Trump government that decides to willingly try to cover up this suspicious deposits into Cohen's shell company, which only exists on paper, which isn't a real company, which doesn't actually do consulting. Again, it's just a front in order to funnel money. Well, then that is huge. That is huge, which makes it worse. Of course, other than just that, because that's bad enough. They find that a significant portion of deposits to Cohen's company were also derived from foreign entities. Now, look, we talked earlier about the $150,000 payment from South Korean aerospace firm, right? Now, the FBI is now investigating that and whether or not that was actually used because, Korea Aerospace Industries, right? That's the company. They have they're partnered with Lockheed Martin. That's a defense contractor, and they're trying to get a $16 million contract to provide jets to the Air Force. So if they paid Cohen, which they did, and they admit that they paid Cohen, for access to the president in order to try to get this deal approved, well, that seems like it would be illegal. That seems like it would be a bit of a problem. Buying access or selling access to foreign companies, to foreign entities. Now, a translator for Korea Aerospace Industries told the Washington Post that the firm paid Cohen's company for legal advice about U.S. accounting procedures. That seems curious. What does Cohen know about government accounting? Nothing. Nothing. Look, here's the thing. We know what this is about. We know this is about selling access. Now, KIA doesn't want to get in trouble and doesn't want to lose their ability to get a contract. So that's why they're saying, no. We just want information about U.S. accounting. No, we're not buying access at all. Nobody believes that. How do you get Trump to approve your deal? Well, you put money into his pocket, and you probably stroke his ego a little bit. Now, how do you funnel money into his pocket? Well, you do it through, apparently, a lawyer's shell corporation. Now, the other possibility, of course, is that maybe Trump didn't know anything about this. That is unlikely, but okay. This could be just Cohen saying, look, I have access to the president. Why don't you just pay me? I mean, then I will make sure to present you to the president. And that is possibly what happened. And it's also possible that Trump knew about it as well and didn't receive any money. Either way, it's very, very shady and possibly illegal. Anyway, there is more. Cohen also allegedly asked for foreign money from a Qatari investor during a meeting in Trump Tower during the presidential transition period. Boy, this sounds a lot like what Jared Kushner had also done. Kushner went and asked the Qatari government for an investment into one of his failing buildings. So this is one of those buildings that he has in New York City, which he invested greatly in, and he needs more money to finish that investment, to be able to make money off that investment. So he goes to the Qatari government. He says, well, give me some money. Well, the Qatari government said no. And then a little bit later, the Trump administration just happened to support the Saudi blockade of Qatar. Interesting. Now, of course, that's Kushner. Cohen also asked money from Qatari investors. Ahmad Al-Rumai, who was the head of the $100 billion Qatari investment fund, told The Intercept that he asked Cohen what U.S. projects the fund should back in December of 2016. Now, Cohen asked first for an upfront fee of $1 million. No. Okay, anyway. Not very much, but nonetheless. He's like, no, you want to talk to me, you're going to give me $1 million. Well, Rumahi said, you know what, I'm not going to pay you guys. This is ridiculous. This is like extortion. No, I'm not going to do that. Now, he said he didn't pay Cohen, and Cohen denied that he even asked for the money. But look, in this situation, I actually believe a Qatari investor far more than I believe Michael Cohen, because again, he is, just like his boss, a serial liar. Now, so, look, overall, this goes far beyond Stormy Daniels, and so that's what's so fascinating about this. I know a lot of people are like, stop talking about Stormy Daniels. This situation is not about Stormy Daniels. This is about selling access. This is about a trail of corruption leading to Michael Cohen and ultimately to Donald Trump. I mean, here you have payoffs for access and Cohen possibly misrepresenting himself to a lot of these corporations who admit that they gave money to Cohen's firm and tried to do business with Cohen's firm in order to sell access to the president. They're like, no, we want to buy access to to Donald Trump and his administration. Oh, Michael Cohen, you are selling that access to me? Okay, name your price and I will give you money so that we can have our concerns heard by the current administration. This is corruption. This is incredible corruption. Now let me go to where it gets to Trump. Now recently, new information also came out about Cohen that undercut Trump's claims that he had nothing to do with Daniels or Russia during the campaign. Oh, that's interesting. Now, to go into where this basically shows that Donald Trump is a pathological liar. On Wednesday, Trump filed a financial disclosure form that said he fully reimbursed Cohen in 2017 for expenses incurred in 2016. That would be the Stormy Daniels payment that he swore that he knew nothing about. What are you talking about? I never reimbursed Cohen for Stormy Daniels. He paid that money out of his own pocket for months and months and months. He lied about those payments. And then, of course, he pulls out a financial disclosure form that says the complete opposite. Oh, that repayment. Oh, completely slipped my mind. I had no idea. Looks like I did reimburse Cohen for that payment to a porn star. Oops. Maybe I was thinking of the other porn stars. Or maybe I was thinking of the other people that I fucking gypped. Serial liar. 100% fabricated. Anyway. He is the prince of prevarication. There's more. Cohen was also pursuing a deal to build Trump Tower in Moscow after Trump got the Republican nomination in the spring of 2016. So, now, why is this important? Well, this comes as, it actually shows, again, that Trump was lying about Russian connection. Because Trump denied that he had any business dealings in Russia that very summer. Now, again, spring, right? So, in spring, Cohen is pursuing this deal. In the summer, he says, oh, no, I absolutely have no business dealings in Russia. But wait. No, Cohen was working on that deal. He was working on that Trump Tower deal. So, well past what he said, what Trump had actually said that he was working on that deal. So, look, that counts as business, right? Now, what's more is that Cohen, of course, lied to Congress. He told congressional investigators that he stopped pursuing the project in January 2016, but text messages between Cohen and his former business associate, Felix Sater, showed the effort lasted into May of 2016. Sater told Cohen that high-level figures in Russia needed to be involved because a project of this magnitude could not be completed without Putin's approval. Around the start of that year, Cohen became frustrated because Sater had not been able to set up the necessary meetings with those Russians. Cohen swore at Sater and said he would make his own high-level contacts within Russia. So, look, that actually does help the Trump campaign in a way, right? Well, because I wasn't able to take meetings with Putin. I tried to set him up to help Donald Trump in his business dealings to try and get that, hotel built. But I couldn't get a hold of him. And well, again, that actually does help his collusion case, but also still looks really bad for Cohen because he's out there lying to federal investigators, to Congress. That's not good. That means Cohen is in a world of trouble. Not only did he take suspicious payments from foreign governments and tried to sell access to the president, but while acting as a lawyer for the Trump organization during the campaign, was trying to do deals with Russia and then lied about it to Congress. That all looks really bad for Michael Cohen. You know what I want to say? Lock him up. Say it with me. Lock him up. Lock him up. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.